Tu m'as attendu tout le long là-bas, sale Puis quand tu es sorti, t'es venu m'arrêter.
Non, je suis là, puis j'attends.
Ferme ta gueule, sale Tu m'attendais là-bas tout le long. Dès que je suis sorti, tu m'as arrêté, petite sale chienne. Ferme ta gueule, sale Tu m'as fait du profilage racial, tu m'as attendu tout le long,
J'ai
parking.
même pas vu c'est qui t'a
Ferme ta gueule, sale Tu m'as vu sortir et tu m'as vu rentrer dans la voiture, sale Sale ferme ta gueule, tu veux mes affaires?
Est-ce que tu peux juste monter ta vite un petit peu, s'il te plaît?
Bah, c'est de ma faute, tu fais 20 $ de l'heure? Est-ce que c'est de ma faute, tu fais 20 $ de l'heure? Est-ce que c'est de ma faute si je suis plus riche que toi? Est-ce que c'est de ma faute si je veux, je t'achète là et je te mets en esclavage? T'es mon esclave, genre si je veux, t'es mon esclave.
Just a part of a viral video that surfaced over the weekend showing an interaction between a man and a police officer. The video filmed in June of last year and filmed by a man pulled over by police for having window tints suspected of being too dark. As you heard there, it shows him verbally berating a female officer with the most vile language imaginable. Dirty dog, you're my slave, just some of the things that I can repeat on air, and of course, much more that I cannot repeat on air. The officer in that interaction does not lose her cool, completes a check of the tint, which, by the way, was indeed too dark. Now, yesterday, police confirmed that the video is authentic. Let's now go to Yves Francoeur, president of the Montreal Police Brotherhood, to discuss this more. Monsieur Francoeur, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Let me ask you if this interaction is unique or something that happens far too often.
Unfortunately, it happens too often. Unfortunately, I have to tell you that it happens too often.
Is it the same people over and over? Or is it just a trend in society? Like, I should point out, TV Nouvelle has some reporting out this morning that this person here, that's part of this video, this man, in May of 2025, he was fined $228 in Longueuil for shouting, insulting, blaspheming, or threatening a police officer. So is this just like a few bad apples, or is this a much greater problem?
In that case, it wasn't the first time, as you said, but it's also a trend in the society right now. There's a lack of respect, not only for police officers, but for teachers, for people working in the health system. But we can see right now an increase of that kind of remarks to our officers, and especially for the women.
So I want to touch on that, right? Are female officers getting the brunt of this type of treatment?
Yes, unfortunately, it's North America trends right now, misogyny, and that's why we have to answer strongly as an association to send a message that those kind of remarks are totally unacceptable. That's why we have asked our lawyers right now to look at the possibility to sue the man. And right now I'm waiting for an answer, but it looks good. I think we will be able to find something to sue the individual, to send a strong message that for our officers, our female officers, and also in the society, in the Quebec society, it is totally unacceptable to talk like that to a woman.
So you say sue? Are you talking like civilly, like your police officer suing this individual civilly, or are you talking about criminal charges here? Just to be clear.
It's too early right now to tell you exactly what we're going to do. As I said, I have asked our lawyers right now to look at any kind of possibility to sue the man, but I don't have the answer right now.
Now, you brought up misogyny. And the police chief of Montreal, Fadi Daguerre, yesterday was saying, when he was saying that this type of interaction, that this type of abuse was unacceptable, and he said it's a result of a male supremacy movement. You've also brought up that this is happening in schools, This is happening in hospitals. And I guess what I want to ask you is, like I would never do something like this. My friends would never do something like this. We're all guys. And I want to ask you if you agree that it's some sort of broader thing about men, or if you think there's also cultural aspects here that are at play.
I totally agree with the police chief said. Unfortunately, it is what we see in North America right now, starting in the United States, and there's a different group right now, even in Quebec, that are using totally inappropriate language for women.
What do you think needs to change here? Do you think there should be laws that, police speech directed at officers? What would you like to see when it comes to that?
What we would like to see is to have a municipal regulation to give to the officers the possibility to act, because right now there was no legislation for the officers to react, because we need threats or assault, and it was not the case. And we have big municipality in the province of Quebec right now, including the city of Quebec, the city of Laval, the city of Saint-Hyacinthe, the city of Saguenay, the city of Gatineau, who got a municipal regulation, where the officer can give a ticket to an individual who use that kind of remark against officer. We have asked the same thing in the past in Montreal. Mm-hmm. We're going to ask the same thing at the new administration. And we have also asked the Minister of Public Security to put in his new bill that will be adopted on the 5th of April, the Bill 13. We have asked him to put it in a provincial bylaw, and they refused in Quebec.
We're with Yves Francoeur, the president of the Montreal Police Brotherhood. So, it's interesting because I did get text messages from listeners saying, hey, I got a ticket in Mont-Tremblant for insulting an officer. And of course, I mentioned how this person involved here in this incident got a ticket in Longueuil. So all it takes is a bylaw. So the city of Montreal could pass a bylaw so you could at least give a ticket in these situations.
Yes, and it sent a message that it's unacceptable, and it's a way to have a better control in the city, and it doesn't result in assault or threat when we have the appropriate legislation to be able to act.
Mr. Francoeur, listen, last week on this program, I had Fadi Daguerre, the police chief, on the show. One of the things we talked about during our interview was how the justice system is dropping the ball. Like people who are accused of serious sexual assault charges, or even violent crime, murder, all that kind of stuff, how they sometimes or often get out of jail very quickly. They're released on bail quickly, and they're out in a few days or a few weeks, as the police chief told us. He said that his police officers, that you're discouraged by how the justice system lets everyone out very quickly. Is that a fair assessment? Because, you may want some more rules here, but I wonder what's the point when it seems like our justice system lets everyone off without a lot of consequences.
I totally agree what he said. The problem is there's not enough judge, there's not enough prosecutor right now in court. So most of the time what we see, it's a deal between the crown prosecutor and the defense, because they don't have the resources, they have too many cases to deal with. So it's easier for them, it's easier for the system to get to get an agreement instead of proceeding in court for a few days, or if you talk especially for about sexual assault, very often the procedures are lasting for many days, sometimes 1 or 2 weeks. So it's easier for the system to have an agreement, and the Crown prosecutor, we can't blame the Crown prosecutor or the judges because they have too much cases and they don't have the appropriate resources to do the job correctly, unfortunately.
That's a good point, Mr. Francoeur. I have to leave it there. Thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Yves Francoeur is president of the Montreal Police Brotherhood.
Canadian women are looking for more out of themselves, their businesses, their elected leaders, and the world around them.
And that's why we're thrilled to introduce the Honest Talk podcast.
I'm Jennifer Stewart.
And I'm Catherine Clark. And in this podcast, we interview Canada's most inspiring women.
Entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, politicians, and newsmakers, all at different stages of their journey.
So if you're looking to connect, then we hope you'll join us.
Listen to the Honest Talk podcast on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your podcasts.